Hello guys, or greetings once again. Today we will be discussing how to convert a web page to an image. You may be wondering to what purpose is it, or someone may ask, why do we have to convert a web page to an image? I will give you an instance. For instance, in your project, there might be need for you to generate receipts, invoice for your clients, as the case may be. That is where converting a portion of your web page into an image comes in. There are other approaches to which you can implement, either by converting it to a PDF and some other document extensions. But today we will be talking about converting a web page to an image, PNG to be very specific. In order to do so, we will be making use of JavaScript library called dump to image. And here is the official website of I say the official website to the library. Currently I'm making use of version 2.6, and this are the link to the CDN which must be included on the head section of your web page of your website. This is a kind of a little design that will enable me to explain how it works. Take for instance, I click on this download button. It should be downloaded. Now let me open the image. As you can see, it is not downloaded on my PC. If I'm to right click on the image, go to properties, you see the file extension is the PNG. Okay, you may come up with a different approach or as a different design to how you want it to look like. This is just a sketch of a receipt designed by me, or call it an invoice or receipt. It's up to you to give it and putting about this library is that it supports CSS. Okay, and here is the official link to the library. You can as well Google e-documentation online. Now let's discuss the code in details. This one is going to be a very simple one. It's a client-side approach, not a server-side language. Even though my page name is index.php, receipt.php, it doesn't really mean that it is a PHP syntax. I decided to save it by using PHP as a file extension, because while developing payment system or e-commerce website, most times we use server languages like PHP, Python, Coefficient, and so on and so forth. By default, these values are supposed to be dynamic, but in the case of this tutorial, it is a static one. You can also make it dynamic so that each time you're downloading a receipt, it will come with different values based on the user or customer in question. Now let's discuss the code in detail. I go to my VS Code editor. This is just a normal HTML document. It follows the same syntax and markup. I made use of Bootstrap 3.3.6 version. As you can see, the link to the CDN is included in the head section of the HTML, and this is the CDN link to the library. Okay, this is the same link you will find on the official websites. Okay, now in order for you to have this library work, you must include this link, otherwise it will not function. Even though if you don't want to make use of Bootstrap in your design, you can as well go ahead with pure HTML and CSS. Every other thing here is self-explanatory. This is the CSS styling. This is where this styling comes in. Image here, header. This is HTML table. This is a paragraph, and this is a button. Now, having done that, the most important thing in this very script is that is for you to give the library a target or area to capture, and that area which you want to capture must be included on the client-side code part of it. Take for instance, this is the area from this point to this point is the area that I want to convert to an image. Okay, now having done the design and the things you want to capture, one thing you must have in mind is the ID name of the very area you want to capture, because that is the very point or section JavaScript will manipulate. Now the ID name here is frame holder. Okay, let me go back to the website. Take for instance, I convert this one and I open the file. You can see that this very H1 caption or header 1 title does not or was not included on the caption. As you can see, it wasn't included because it is not within this ID, this div ID, which I call frame holder. So I was able to capture everything within this div that has the ID name of frame holder. Now let's go straight to the JavaScript part of it. Now, in order for you to have this work function, I created a function called convert now. Okay. Now I declare a variable called node. Document.get element by ID. I'm trying to get an element that has the ID name of frame holder. And this is the frame holder I'm talking about here. Okay. Having done that, this log codes you see here are based on the library being used. Okay, it's not something you can manipulate on your own. You must work based on the specification and documentation of the library. Having done that, there is another function called download URL. These whole things are just self-explanatory, but I'm just trying to tell you the key things you must have in mind while converting a portion of your web page to an image. This download URL has to do with the caption of the file, what the caption will be. In my own case, I called it customer invoice. That has been the reason why downloading it, you see the name customer invoice.png. If by any chance I decide to change it to let's say business invoice, I will save it and I will load the page. Now download it again. See the name now is business invoice.png. Okay. Now these are the two functions, the two most important functions you must have at the bottom of your page in order to have this library work for you. Then there is an exception here to catch. If by any chance an error occurred, either the link to the CDN got broken or something happened and the image was not able to convert, the web page was not able to convert to an image, this error message will pop up. You will get this message as an error. Okay. Now, having created this function called convert now, you must include it as an click on the button. The button must have this on-click function in order for it to work. By so doing, whenever you click on the button, it will activate this very function created here. So if I should remove this very function and save the web page, then I reload, nothing gonna happen. You see, nothing is happening because there's no call to this very function. So I'm gonna bring it back. This button, there's no need for this button to have a form tag. There's no need for that. So in order for you to convert a web page to a .png image file. In order for me to recap or for me to explain again, you must have this CDN attached in the head section of the web page. That is number one. You must take note of the area you want to capture by assigning an ID with any name of your choice. Once that is done, you create these two functions. Okay, after creating these two functions, always make sure you include the area, the ID name of the area you want to capture. Then you must include the name of the function on the button, so that whenever you click on the button, it will call up this function. I think and I believe it is an easy one to do, and I believe it's a self-explanatory one. A link will be provided as the description of this very video in order for you to download the source code. That is, if you find it confusing picking the code while watching the video, feel free to use the URL or the link below to download this source code. Support what we are doing by subscribing to our channel, share it across other social media platforms, give us a thumb up. In our next tutorial, we will be discussing how to convert a web page to a PDF file. Thank you and remain blessed.